Alright, Matt, so let's take a look at this and match yours. Yeah, I know going forward, you're going to try and pull. You might even want to try to get some reps in on the double guard pull, Matt. Just because, everybody's going to be sitting so fast. At least if you can do a double guard pull, you can come up for your advantage at that point. So just something to think about to add for reps if you do go more of the guard pulling route in the gi. All right, so let's see how this goes here.
Nice, you see it, you see it.
Oh, that guy did a good job putting arm on bicep when you tried to smash. Alright, so you're in good passing position actually. Hand is anchored. So yeah, it looks like you're trying to move in this direction. I gotta change this to red. To get to smash position, which is probably what I would be doing here. Now, you could always pummel this leg into middle and then work on your X-Pass series, but you're doing the right thing trying to get the smash.
Drop that pressure.
And he was able to pull his knee out. I can't see where your left hand is anchored, Matt, because I'm assuming you use the spider foot grip to push your hand off the collar, so can't really see where you're anchoring the other hand. Ooh.
Yes. Don't let him square up, Matt. Let him.
All right. So this spot here. So do you see how your so rounded back essentially there? I gotta go back to that spot because this is an important spot for settling in base.
Don't let him square up, Matt. Let him.
Okay, so here, sometimes we have to. So this middle area, Matt, is what I would consider a better spot for the person on bottom to kind of dictate where they want to go. So I'm going to assume, I can't see right now what's going on the other side, but that he's preventing you from coming in and crowding properly. So in this spot right here, I'm going to assume that this knee is in middle right now from the looks of it. I'd actually like you to move your feet, so hip line here. Actually, I think I can do a straight line. Let's see if this thing works right here. Okay, so hip line here. Let's get that completely vertical there. So I like to actually see your feet planted back here so that you can drive your head down a little bit more and hit a stronger tripod position. Now, that might allow his legs to get into a little bit more play on your hips, but I think he's playing on your bicep over here anyway, so it would be kind of a moot point. And it's going to give him less opportunities to balance check you to put you into positions that he wants to go to. So just something to think about, because you're going to notice as you start to go against more and more of these black belt matches, these guys are really, really, really good about taking opportunities to check your balance constantly. So we want to try to put ourselves in spots where that's just not even an option. So just something to think about. Sometimes it's more risk aversion if you think about putting your spot maybe not as an immediate passing spot, but more as like, hey, I can really control the pace of this match in this spot, and then kind of set up things from here. I really, really, really dislike back steps for this very reason. Kuru guard. He hasn't switched grips from this collar to your ankle. Yeah, you're in trouble just because we weren't able to get back out to the tripod spot. Okay, so this, so anytime that, conceptually, anytime somebody has a foot on bicep with like a spider, so anytime there's a spider grip, I want to think about turning this palm towards the ceiling, trying to scoop underneath the bottom of the calf here, and I want to bring my elbows tight to my body. Now, you're not going to be able to do that right off the bat, but you need to constantly be trying to force your hand, palm up, elbows towards your body, and then you can start to straighten your arms out, like almost like you're going to try to hip in and lift a little bit to clear the foot off the biceps. It almost doesn't even matter. Like, you can do whatever passing routes you want off of that, but I really do believe firmly that is the best way, unless you've got like a tricky pass off of it, the best way just in general to deal with spider guards. So palms towards the ceiling. If you can get the hands completely under the calves, it's super easy at that point. But if not, as long as your elbows are in and palms are towards the ceiling, it's difficult for them to generate upward pressure and lateral pressure with the heel and the arch of the foot on your bicep to start to get you to move and balance check in direction. So just something to keep in mind. If you're not exactly sure what I'm talking about, I'll see if I can find a video of it, because there's a couple of guys who showed it. It might even be Keenan who shows it at some point. And if I can't find it, and you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll just record something. Like I said on the message, not a big deal. Because the fact that you're keeping this elbow outside your body means he's always going to be able to balance check you, in that direction. No advantage. All right, that's good. So I'm not going to keep talking about this. Just, now, like, that I'm thinking that you should be palm up towards the ceiling, elbow in towards the body, and we're constantly trying to use that rotation to clear that foot off your bicep there. Yeah, and because you're not actively dealing with that spider grip, you can't move laterally to go to the smash, because every time you do, he's just going to balance check you in that direction. Man, that would have been game-changing for you, Matt.
Work it into a drag. Thrust your hips into that spider hook. Thrust your hips into that spider hook.
I gotta be honest, Matt. I think had you known that little trick, or maybe you knew it and just kind of brain farted here, I think you kill this guy's guard. To be completely honest.
Recover that underhook, coach. Dig, dig, dig. Just get it through.
Ooh. Ouch, dude. You got some fucking flexible knees. My knees would have exploded in this situation. Holy smokes. Holy smokes, dude.
You gotta get that thigh underneath, man.
Dude, man, I don't know how your knee isn't shredded. That's impressive, Matt.
The lock is let go. Pressure. Extend and don't let him push back up till you get that knee underneath. Spread it. Nice. Recover.
How much time? 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Okay. How's your gas tank feeling, Matt? Like, give me some feedback after you watch the breakdown. I'd like to know how your gas tank is here, because if your gas tank was fine, I think you'd be good pushing the pace in this spot. Now, if it's not, and that whole exchange was a little bit tiring, then it's whatever, right? But if not, I mean, I liked where you were right there a little bit ago. This is starting to get to a bad spot, so we can't concede him getting to this pant grip and anchoring his elbow down, because he's going to be able to collapse your knees together at this point. So here is a decent enough spot because you've got his elbow separated from his body here, which is what we're constantly trying to look for. But as soon as he brings this elbow and pins back behind the back of your thigh here near the hamstring, this is when it's going to be a bad spot for you. Now, I can't really see because he doesn't have a weave grip, so your bottom knee should actually be free to move, especially now that he's not dealing with it at all. I'd almost like you to see you risk him going for the back step at this situation because he has no control over either of your knees, and bring your bottom knee and try to get it across up to belt line to opposite hip over here. If you can get bottom knee there, you can use that boom shove, create distance, maybe make it back to your feet where you might risk another guard pull at that point. But right now, with you not actively using your bottom knee to create space, these two grips right here are I'm going to assume he passes. Let's see if you get out of this and maybe bring the bottom knee across, but these two grips are going to be a serious issue. There you go. I was just talking out my ass because there you brought in the bottom knee. Good. I would have liked that just sooner. Just sooner.
Control that posture. You're not tight enough.
Not a fan of same side collar if you have the option to go cross side. This dude's right in the way. Careful about bringing this knee to the outside because now he's just one direction change from putting you in the smash pass also, even if your foot's over there. You pick his elbows. Okay. So you're trying to get to some kind of reestablishment of where you're not getting overcrowded here and your hips are getting kind of killed. So in these situations here, because I think both the other foot's also on the outside, so you almost have like just an opened close guard here. I would reset to close guard at this point. So don't worry about his grips. Take hands, come to elbows, open up his elbows and use that as an opportunity to shoot your hips and close this distance that he's using, because the distance that is between both of your guys' hips right here is basically he's able to keep your hips open and pressured, but you don't have enough space to get out and reestablish your knees in position, and he's able to have a working zone. So if you can close this distance right here between your two hips, you'll be able to essentially reset the position. So picking on his elbows right here, especially this one, instead of pushing, really that would have been your opportunity for the balance check on him. Oh man, yeah, he's in really good passing position. Yeah, because now if you go to open up, it's going to be a pass. Good job resetting. Switch. I go. So another thing too, just as a general rule of thumb in jiu-jitsu, and it's a bizarre one because I'm sure you're actually quite familiar with the switch. I would say the vast majority of jiu-jitsu practitioners, even still at black belt, have no idea what the wrestling switch is. So in that situation, you can use it just kill pass, but come way up on the arm and then just hit a seated switch type position on there. It works. It's stupid how well it works because it shouldn't work as well as it does at black belt, but you really can shut a lot of stuff down because for some reason people just aren't used to it. And I'd like to see you just pull all the way to close mat and then just reset to a guard because he's really preventing you from being able to get to a guard because the way he's using his hips in tight the back of your heels. Yeah, there we go. Ah, fuck, not enough time.
4 seconds, coach.
Damn. Well, good match. Did you ever check to see where this guy was seated, Matt? Because I'm assuming you didn't have a lot of... Actually, you might not have any points at black belt going into this. So this guy might have been a fairly high seed too. So, I mean, take that take that as what it's worth. You probably went against one of the better people in the tournament for your first match, and you look good. I really do think you got a lot of reps on the stand-up game, Matt. Worm guard is going to be the issue this year at black belt division, in my opinion. I think that's going to be the thing that's most played in an issue. So yes, that's going to suck to be on top. However, I do think that your passing is better than your guard game. So if you can work on a double guard pull and come up for your advantage, and make that small adjustment to anytime somebody has a spider guard, and I'll show you that. Actually, I'll see if the pummel thing might even be on the website to kill collar and sleeve, because those both are very small adjustments that won't take you out of your type of passing game that you want to play. Because I do think, Matt, that I think you beat this guy 9 out of 10 times, or 10 out of 10 times you make that adjustment to the spider guard passing. But those are my 2 cents. But it was a good match, close. I'd like to see you pulling to close guard to reset. He was doing just a real good job of killing your hips and preventing your knees from coming into play to get to the guards that you want to get to in order to start to sweep and things like that. So yeah, maybe make that adjustment as like a route adjustment. If somebody starts to come in and kill you, just a fuck all pull to close and then reset to a different guard after that. So just something to think about. And like I said, if you're not sure about anything that I was talking about, just let me know. Okay.